Hello there, Leo. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for December 1st through 15th, 2019. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad to see you back again if you're returning, and if this is your first time to the channel, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. We've got a lot of planetary energies to cover. There is so much going on, and we're going to do our best to cover it in as quick amount of time as possible and give you guys some really good info. If you have not yet subscribed and you want to, please reach out there, click that subscribe button. Also give it the dragon claw up by clicking that like button and let me know you enjoy the content. So a few quick notes before we get started. This is a general reading. It won't resonate with every single Leo out there, so if these messages resonate with you, they are meant for you. If they don't resonate with you, kick them on out to another Leo out there. This will mostly correspond with Leo's Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Leo cross-watchers are welcome as well. Also, if you are interested in a personal reading or any information about the card decks that I use below, in the description box you'll find everything you need down there. So let's go ahead and get started, Leo. I hope you have been having a good 2019. I know this has been a very rough year for pretty much everyone I know, so I pray that you are doing well in spite of it all, that you're surmounting your struggles, and that you're hanging in there, because there has been so much deep, heavy energy, and you're certainly not exempt from that. A lot of things are in shift, a lot of things are moving. We got out of the Mercury retrograde, that's gone, but we are coming up to a time with a lot of planetary energies in the sign of Capricorn. That is really going to be very strong with us through, really getting into January, because there's just Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. So any Leos, if you have Capricorn in your chart, if you have Capricorn folks in your life, it's going to definitely be stronger. But for all of you in the general universal read for Leo, and this isn't based on your specific chart, for your birth chart, that's a different one. But for the universal collective of Leo, this Capricorn energy will be mostly working through your 6th house. So when we start out this month of December, I'll show you the chart because it's quite a pile up here. You can see all of this Capricorn energy that will be coming in. We're going to have, we've already got Pluto and Saturn there, which are, lending us quite a lot of that very heavy, foundational, transformative energy that we've been going through. But now we're going to be moving into Jupiter into Capricorn, Venus is in Capricorn, and then, of course, on winter solstice, Sun will be in Capricorn as well, so y'all, we're in it. The Sun is in Sagittarius right now, which does bode very well for all Leos, because this is a fellow fire sign, so you do have the blessing of the Sun in Sagittarius, which is very bright energy lighting up your universal 5th house of Leo, so that's very, very positive for you. But I would say that because you're going to have such a concentration of Capricorn in your universal 6th house, this is the Virgo house, this puts a lot of emphasis on health, on habits, on routines. I'm sure I've probably mentioned this in one of my other reads if you've seen them, where we've talked about that, because it is a big thing that's coming up. It's a big concentration and focus for Leo. So anything to do with taking better care of yourself, I highly recommend, being very good to your health, reviewing your habits, reviewing diet, exercise, how much you sleep, how stressed you feel or not. It's like anything that you can do to better your health, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, because they all go together. I very strongly believe in that, mind-body connection. And I think that whatever we think about, whatever we focus on, it's like it comes out in our body as well. I would have to say as well, the parts of the body that would be the biggest center of energy, just on the basic info, would be your heart, because Leo rules the heart, and all that Virgo house energy is going to be getting into the digestive system. So that's why I say nutrition, food's very important, but pay special attention to anything regarding your heart function or your digestive function. Also because the energy of Capricorn rules the joints, you know, the knees, bones, teeth, the skin, things like that. So, you know, those could also come up. But it's just a really good time for overall wellness and well-being. And I believe because of Jupiter's movement into Capricorn that enters that 6th house for you, Leo, your health is going to get better. And even if it doesn't feel better, you're going to have a lot of spotlights this year that really help you to understand, okay, here's what I need to do to help my health get better, if you haven't been treating yourself as well as you should. So it's really all about moving forward to a much healthier you, inside and out. It's a very, very healing time. It's earthy energy, so it's a very grounding time, stabilizing, and really important because after 2020, you know, is through and we go through that Jupiter transit for you, it's like 2021. You know, if you've taken good care of your health, it brings you into the next phase of your life. So it's a really beautiful kind of time to just be really good to yourself. You know, detoxify, cleanse, clear, purge, and even beyond the physical body, this is a great time to feng shui the house, declutter, you know, move things around, bring more energy into your space, and also getting rid of those toxic folks. Anybody that's in your life that shouldn't be, anybody that just brings you down every time you're around them, kick them out, Leo. You're the king or the queen. You are the royalty of the zodiac. What you doing with somebody bringing down your sunshine? Gotta get them out or change the way the whole situation works, because it's time for you to be healthy, healthy, and happy. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to get into your cards. First, I'm going to pull some oracle cards. We're going to get into some major themes, and then we're going to go into a full tarot reading for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Leo as we do their reading for December 1st through 15th, 2019. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so very much. Woohoo! Yeah, look at that. First card out of the Angels and Ancestors deck is the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. So Leo, this is definitely true, like I said, about taking a stand for yourself, not allowing toxic people or situations into your life, you know, being willing to stand up for yourself in a positive, healthy way. I love all of it. And we're closing out, you know, the end of a decade here. This is a 10-year cycle coming to a close. And so, you know, it's like there's a lot of leaving behind, you know, any old energies and stepping into some beautiful new ones, leaving behind anything that was holding you back, dragging you down, and not for your best. So let's pull a crystal chakra card and see what's the best for you to work on lining up with here. Ooh, I love it. And Leo, oh, when I was actually meditating a little on your energy, I was holding the citrine crystal, no joke, and the citrine card came out. And the reason, of course, for that is because the citrine reminds me of you, Leo. It's sunny, it's positive, it's bright, it's warm, and here you go. Solar plexus chakra, which is all about your confidence center, your self-esteem, your self-worth, developing healthy self-pride, not ego. You know, abundance, creativity are all really positive for you. So this is a gemstone that you might want to work with this year. You might want to wear it in a, you know, some jewelry, or just keep it near you. Wonderful crystal for working with. If you're prone to any depression, if you're prone to feeling kind of down, oh, the citrine is like our best buddy. So let's bring through a message from the fairy oracle, because the fairies are, you know, little earth spirits. They're very bound to elements. So a lot of earth energies coming through with all that Capricorn. And this is a great time for us to pull into a stronger connection. that precious time. Oh, the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So Leo, this is really encouraging you very strongly to make the most out of every moment. Don't waste any of your time. You know, really value what's coming up for you over this next couple of weeks especially. There could be, you know, this also makes you kind of realize it's like time is fleeting, and so sometimes it's like it's really important to take the time to just focus on things one moment at a time. Be very present. Don't get too worried about the past. Don't freak out about the future. Stay very present in the here and now. So let's move Mr. Dragon over here to the side. Let's get into your tarot. So my Leos, let's see what you got on this horizon here. As we're coming to a close of 2019. It's very powerful indeed. A lot of you are still going through a lot of transformation, a lot of deep changes in the home life, because Mercury and Mars are actually still in Scorpio. And, you know, Mercury's only going to be there until December 9th. So when Mercury moves into Sagittarius, that'll brighten the energy up a lot for you mentally. But this, you know, first week of December here, this is really like, it's still pretty deep. You're still really, you know, going through a lot of those deep transformations and transformational thoughts about things that are happening in the home and in the family dynamic for some of you. Okay, Leo, so we've got a lot of kind of youthful energies coming up around here. We start out with the Knight of Coins right here in the center. So to me, this is all about progress. Like I said, there's a lot of earthy energy around you coming from Capricorn and Virgo, which of course is associated with this earth energy of the Knight of Coins. But this really denotes movement forward. It's not fast movement forward though. Where you are right now is very practical and very good actually. It's very grounded and it's very stable. Really methodical, taking one step forward. This is great energy to be in, like I said, for being in the moment, staying in the here and now. The Knight of Coins is very focused on that, you know, because it's really, we always say he's the knight that makes it to the end of the finish line. He's always the one that succeeds in his mission because he doesn't rush ahead. He plans ahead. He knows he's going to make it. He's not going to forget to bring what he needs for his journey. And so it's always very successful. And because of that earth element, it can sometimes also mean that, you know, you're working ahead towards, you know, slowly but surely with a job or building a business, building something, you know, more solid beneath you. And this could also point to your health being more solid as well. Let's pull a quick clarifier for that Knight of Coins. See what comes up around him. Yeah, and it's around that devil energy. Very interesting because that is very strong Capricorn energy. So Leo, this also tells me that, you know, that Knight of Coins, he's moving surely but steadily as well away from any of the negative connotations of the devil card, which would be, you know, to be obsessive in thought, not, you know, letting yourself go of worry, overly stressed out, a lot of anxiety, anything that kind of traps you and limits you or chains you to it, even, you know, things like addictions, negative relationships, any of that kind of thing. So it's like, and things that you maybe do out of routine, that have become kind of joyless and not really very fun anymore. So it's like, I see this very clearly for some of you as like you're working one step at a time right now to, you know, unchain yourself from any kind of habits, any kind of routines or situations that, you know, have built up to a negative level. On the immediate past, we have the Page of Cups. So to me, this is, like I said, a very youthful, kind of gentle, watery energy. For some of you, you may have been dealing with somebody very immature, maybe even someone a little younger than you or a lot younger than you. This could sometimes be child energy, but a lot of times it's a relationship because it is that cup energy, it's that water. So let's see what comes up as a clarifier for him. Yeah, and I think that a lot of it is if you were, you know, kind of dealing with someone who was trying your patience a little bit or was kind of immature, it's like you just really said, no, gotta balance, gotta come back to center. Here's that Temperance card. We are in that Sagittarius time, and Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, just went direct. So there's a lot of that watery energy that we're coming from right now. So, you know, for some of you, this could be someone that came in and they really wanted to reconcile. You could still be kind of working that out. You know, that's a very possible for some Leos. For others, this was somebody that was just very immature in your life, and, you know, you've made the choice to get balanced and more stable within yourself, because they could have really tried your patience there. Going into the immediate future, we have the Queen of Swords. This is very air energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but this is, to me, always a strong transformative card, because it brings up a mental change, a transformation of the mind. This also brings together feminine intuition with air sign kind of intellect. And so to me, you going forward into the future, it's a very clear cut. It's a very drama free. The Queen of Swords says, no, not on my watch. I'm not going to allow anything in here that is messing with my peace, with my structure, with my mental serenity. She many times has to balance the head and the heart. Usually the logic does prevail with the Queen of Swords, but there's always that balance. So I quite like her. Let's bring up a clarifier. Yeah, and look at that, Leo. Your energy, very, very strong. The Queen of Wands. She is my Leo lady, and she's another queen sitting right on top. Doesn't matter if your energy is more masculine or feminine, because these are not really about gender. So this, to me, when these queens come in here, this is you, no matter who you are, using your intuition, and also just being very, very strong within your emotional security. And that Queen of Fire paired with the Queen of Swords, you are no nonsense, but you're also very passionate. You're very strong, because this is your own energy. Look at her. She's even got that magical little black cat. She's sitting on her throne. Look at the sunflower beside her. This is generous. It's warm. It's glowing. It's everything positive about you, Leo. So this is, to me, oh, you're stepping into some power for a lot of you, and I feel that. It's like, you're like, yeah, you're like, I'm cutting out the drama, I'm cutting out, you know, anything that was not good for me. You're really, right now, you're identifying that, and in the future, Leo, you're stepping into your power. And the more that you make the choice to put down those healthy boundaries from that, you know, what that Queen of Air does, the stronger you feel within yourself again, especially if you haven't felt strong within yourself for a little while. Wow. So, on the undercurrent, this is the unconscious, the subconscious, what's going on deep, deep within your soul, things that you may want or not even realize you're thinking about. This is that Four of Cups. So to me, Leo, this says two different things. We will pull a clarifier just to get a beat on it, but the two things that that Four of Cups can point to is that either you've been taking something in your life for granted that you should be paying attention to and being a little more grateful for, or someone has been taking you for granted and not really paying attention to how good you are in their life. It could even be a little bit of both. Sometimes it is, because this is general. Take it as it resonates. So let's pull a clarifier on that. Yeah, and to you, it's kind of like, for some of you Leos, I actually feel like you're just sitting there going, you know what, I'd really love it if somebody, you know, that I care about would just tell me how awesome I am, or just tell me they love me. I haven't heard it in a while, but I don't want to ask for it. There's that High Priestess. She's very introverted, spiritually secretive and mysterious, so she doesn't really always reveal what it is And Leo, if you've been feeling taken for granted, it's very hard for you right now to ask for it because you don't want to have to spell it out. You just want them to feel what you need. And vice versa. If you haven't expressed, you know, a lot of love or affection, appreciation for somebody, they might be going, gosh, I just wish they'd give me I want a big Leo hug. So go ahead and do it. You know, go ahead and do it and reach out, especially if you've been in any sort of conflict. You all can melt the ice so quick with that warm Leo sunshine. So here on the top, we've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands to me is always bringing in messages of fiery new beginnings, a little bit passionate, tempestuous, a little bit, you know, spontaneous and impulsive, you know, but it usually brings in more joy. I like that. And that's really, this is in the position of, you know, messages from spirit, messages from your higher self. This is what's crowning your reading. So this is, again, you know, to me, that kind of energy, and the most positive about it, it's like live in the moment. Embrace more joy, embrace more happiness, embrace more color in your life, especially if it's gotten kind of gray lately. Let's pull a clarifier for him. Yes, because Leo, crossed by the Nine of Wands, you guys have been feeling kind of beat down, and Spirit is telling you, you know, it's time to drop the defenses, time to stop fighting those hard battles. Some of you Leos have definitely been feeling very defensive. You've been having to do a lot of, like, you know, defending yourself, people coming at you from all sides. It's not your favorite place to be. It's just not, you know, you're not that kind of person. You don't like to play head games. Y'all are just not that way. That's not your deal at all. Leo would much rather be having a good time, playing, having fun, laughing with their friends, all that good stuff. So let's pull some more cards and get some extra advice here for you. Ooh. Super feisty, Leo. I like this. A lot of fiery energy coming in. Okay, so suggested approach. There's your Emperor. Very strong Mars, very strong Aries energy. Holy cow. So this is, to me, very fiery, very strong, very mature energy. You know, he's really in his element. He's a warrior, but he's also a good leader. To me, again, this is telling me to step into your power, similar to the Queen of Wands, a very fiery figure of leadership and maturity and strength and, you know, a lot of wisdom, but also the ability to take action when needed. Yeah, and look at that, crossed by the Ace of Cups. So, you know, there's a great balance between, you know, here's that fiery energy, but here's that beautiful Ace of Cups coming in to just really, you know, it's like the divine is blessing that and saying, yes, this is what we want for you. Spirit's really coming in, you know, the divine is saying, we want you to step into that leadership. Because look at this, Six of Wands. What you need to know about this is that you will be victorious. It's like, if you're stepping into a greater power for yourself, this is another fire element card with the Six of Wands. To me, this is victory after a battle too. You know, this is not saying, oh yeah, it's just come along and everything's just rosy. No, this is like you've been through it, Leo. You have fought a lot. And this is you coming out, you know, victorious in the end. Very nice. Very, very nice. So let's pull a clarifier for him. Ooh, with King of Pentacles. So that's a really nice balance. You're getting a lot of beautiful, like, earth and water balance, you know, for all this fire, which is very important, you know, because there's that King of Earth, which is very balanced, very strong, keeps it centered, keeps things stable, yeah, and really balances those masculine and feminine energies. There's the thing that's like the hopes and fears, you know, there's that Knight of Fire. And so sometimes, Leo, I think around this, it's like there's that fear of acting too quickly or too rashly, because right now what you're really focused on is more the Knight of Pentacles energy, which is more slow and steady. So you just need to remember, you don't have to be rushed any faster than you want to go. And if it's anybody pushing you from the outside, you don't need to let them. You don't need to let them push you too hard. Yeah, because look at this. Look at all these kings. This is like this divine masculine energy. You got lots of kings, lots of queens. King of Cups is coming up here. This is Cancer energy. This is very, very healing to the heart chakra, to the solar plexus, to the third eye. So, you know, you're learning to trust your intuition a little bit more, Leo. You're really learning to trust spirit a little more too. So potential future, there's your Page of Coins, a very beautiful card stepping forward there with new beginnings. Again, in business, in finance, this could be messages. This could be, you know, some of you may be waiting to hear back, did I get that job? And you finally get a response on it, or, you know, you're starting a business for yourself. Or somebody's saying, hey, do you want to start a business with me? There's all kinds of little potential beginnings and adventures on that suggested outcome. So let's see what crosses that card there. Ooh, and the Page of Cups crosses him. You brought the Page of Cups twice in this reading, Leo. So to me, that often comes in with somebody not just saying, hey, do you want to do a business together? But this could also be someone saying, you know, I really miss you. I really love you. I really messed up. Please forgive me, because that Page of Cups often comes in with messages of apology, or, you know, some kind of an emotional offer. It could even be maybe the person that you fancy finally coming along. But Leo, this is super strong warrior energy. You started out with this warrior card, you know, in the beginning on your oracle, and it's like all of this is like you've got that emperor, you've got these kings and queens. This is like strong, good energy coming up. So I'm very, very happy to see all of this. I think you all are stepping into a lot more power and really putting down some positive boundaries for yourself. So let's pull a Making Magic affirmation for you to close your reading up. Oh, look at that. I love this because we did the fairy card. So the fairy magic came up. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goal. And let's look back. Yeah, that was the fairy of time that you brought up in that reading. So yes, make good use of your time, Leo. Schedule and plan your days well. And this is also, yeah, connecting with the elements of earth, connecting with the seasons, and good timing to achieve your goals coming up. So beautiful reading for you all. I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful first part of December. Bye for now.